Hey everybody, I'm the Mordekaiser bug catcher, and today I want to talk about what I believe to be the most impactful bug that Mordekaiser has. So it's something about the dragon ghost, and yeah, let's get into it. Passing the ghost, and there we go. Yeah, the minwave isn't in the best state, but that's alright. So basically, I'm going to tell the Drake to attack the trap, and we're just gonna see what happens after some time. Just in the minwave to be at the correct spot. There we go. So okay, I just told the Drake to attack that once, and yeah, I'm just not telling it anything else, and we're gonna see what happens. So as you can see, the Drake just started attacking minions for some reason. So right now I'm spam clicking that. And yeah, I just let the thing die and explain what happened. Okay, so as I said, at first I told the Drake to attack the third, and it did so at the beginning, but just a couple of seconds later it cancelled the orders and started attacking minions for some reason. I hadn't told it to do anything else. It was just supposed to keep attacking the third. Then afterwards what happened was that I told it to attack the third again. I was even spamming the key for that, and it would just, like, it spent 3 seconds I think before it started doing what I had told it to.
You only need to click once.
So let's get another example, because that wasn't the best. There we go. I'm also maybe a bit short in time. Should be right. Okay. There we go. So once again I tell the Drake to attack that, and as soon as it starts doing good things, I'm gonna try to tell it to attack that once more. So currently I'm spamming the attack command on the thread. I think you can hear my mouse right now, but the Drake just won't have any of it. Like, the Drake legit spent, I think, 10 seconds, maybe slightly less, but basically 8 to 10 seconds attacking minions, while I was just telling it, spam telling it to attack the third, and it just wouldn't listen to me. I have the Drake die once more. So yeah, that was basically the bug. The Dragon Ghost is just super hard to control, because it's going to either cancel what you told it to do, to do the things instead, or to just outright ignore what you're telling it to do. This is really impactful because, as you can see, Dragon Ghost only has a 0.5 attack speed, so it's only gonna fire one shot every 2 seconds. So every shot it lands on, like every shot it tries to land on other units is going to be 2 wasted seconds.
Misery loves
And
company.
considering that the Drake is not lasting very long in the beginning, nor does it not going to tackle that much at the later stages of the game, this is really big. I'm just going to showcase one last thing that can happen. Well, still the same bug, but like another consequence. So one particularity of the Dragon Ghost, I mean, is that unlike every other ghost or just summon thing in general, that thing has no tether range. So, I mean, no leash range. So you can just tell the ghost to go mid lane and go bot lane yourself, and the dragon is gonna stay there instead of going back to you. So I tell it to attack the red, and I'm just gonna go back lane and mind my own business, farming things, pushing a bit. And we'll come back to the Drake slightly later to see what it's doing. Apparently it's doing fine so far. That's surprising. It's kinda unusual. That's funny. Wait. Okay, there you go.
For great torment.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to show. So yeah, basically when you're away, the same thing is going to happen, of course. So after some time, it's usually only a few seconds. I'm surprised the Drake just spent like 30 seconds not doing anything weird. But so after some time the Drake is going to stop what it was supposed to do, and it's instead going to either come back to you or attack the most nearby enemy things. Non-champion things, of course. So yeah, the issue with that is that usually when you get the drag as Mordekaiser, you wanna do one of two things. Either you go to a lane with the drag to push it, or well, you go to the Nash with the drag to take it, but that's something else. Or you're going to send your drag to one lane and to go on another lane yourself. So for example, let's say you're playing Mordekaiser bot lane. You're gonna take the drag 8 minutes into the game, and you're gonna send it in the mid lane with your support, your jungler, and your mid laner. These 3 plus the drag can take the mid lane turret easily, and they don't need you for that. So, in order to not waste resources, you're just gonna go back to bot lane and farm your minions or push your lane. But there's the thing. As you say, you have to constantly watch over the drag to make sure that it's not doing weird things and that it's still doing what you told it to do. So you actually can't just keep your screen on yourself while you're doing what you have to do in the bot lane. So in theory, you're supposed to be able to send your drag elsewhere, but in practice, it's just almost not possible because the drag is not going to do anything at all in most cases. I'm really surprised it did fine for like the most part this time. One big problem with that bug also is the fact that it's pretty much only the Mordekaiser player who's going to see it, like the one who's currently playing Mordekaiser. The Drake even occurred a few times in competitive, in the LCK for example, but, well, of course the casters couldn't notice it because, well, you really need to be the one playing it and issuing the comments to realize that it's not doing the thing it's supposed to do. So, I believe that was everything I had to say because I can't really find anything about how to reproduce that bug. The issue is that it's really inconsistent. It seems like the Drake would just cancel its orders, well, pretty much as soon as something else comes like closer to it than the intended target. Because for example, well, I'll just show that while I'm explaining the rest. So for example, yeah, if you send the Drake over to the jungle, it's going to randomly stop doing, well, yeah, it's going to stop walking at some point and we'll just attack monsters instead. I'll show that. Like, if you get in range of the monster, it's going to stop walking and attack the monsters instead. There you go. I didn't tell it to do anything. So yeah, it would seem as if the Drake would just do that whenever it's getting in range of something. But it's not even consistent that way, because as you could see in the first example, I believe, the Drake spent a few seconds attacking turret just fine before it starting attacking other things that were closer to it already before that. So even that isn't consistent, and I don't really know what it's caused by. One thing's for certain, it's just because the Drake is having a wrong order of priorities in its checklist. So like, instead of having top priority on what you tell it to do, it has some predefined actions, apparently. And these predefined actions are just not good at all. So yeah, when I say this bug is pretty impactful, I mean that usually this bug makes you miss 1 kill every second game, on average. So that is something. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this, so thanks for watching.